Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time we headed off to the Nanahoshi Mall, which is where the next gate is supposed to be located, as you can see here. And so that's pretty much where we are at this point. We're continuing to try and get all of our friends back together by going into these eclipses. So yeah, this is on the second floor of the Nanahoshi Mall in the server room, which is where the Eclipse was when we first met Yuuki and all the shit that happened there. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. Heading into the next Eclipse. I think we've got this one plus one more, and then we've got the like the final dungeon basically of the game to go. So yeah, we're getting close to the end now. Although it's still going to be a good while. So yeah, we're all together. So let's head in. And this dungeon, oh god, yeah, I remember this. This one's a pain in the dick. It's short, but it's a pain. Basically, god. Ooh, antidote. So basically, the water in the middle is basically poisonous, and it will cause you to basically. I hate this so much because this forces you to go. Because it pretty much forces you to go into the water. And of course you can only use physical attacks on those guys, not your ranged attacks, so... you know, so it's... And when you use physical attacks you move forward pretty damn... You know, it moves you forward, it has a bit of momentum to it, which is kind of annoying. Oh, fuck you. So yeah, for this one, to make it somewhat easier to deal with, you just want to be more, when you're using physical attacks you've got to be more careful, and try and use your long-ranged kind of attacks as much as possible, because you know you won't. They don't have as much momentum to cause you a lot of problems. So yeah, I mean the positive thing is that that was annoying. Yeah, that annoyed me to no end. But fortunately this dungeon is relatively short, along with the along with the next one we have to go through as well. They're both kind of relatively short, so yeah, it's not too much of a bother. Although it's still kind of annoying to deal with, I guess. Yeah, don't use it yet, Tom. There you go. Now you can use your antidote. God. It's kind of interesting, actually, because I hardly used any healing items throughout the entire game. And then for the after story, I used so much of these fucking things. So many antidotes and so many like healing potions to kind of keep my health topped up. So yeah, there is a pretty big gap. Kind of, there's a pretty big gap in difficulty between the end, even just the end of the game, and the after story stuff. So yeah, Mitsuki and Yuuki are here. So yeah, they can probably handle it all themselves. damn it, why can't you do this in the actual game? Why can't you do this in the actual game with Yuki? It's pretty badass, but guess you can't. Whatever. Sorry about that. So yeah, we have to... So yeah, they're in a bit of trouble, so I guess we'll have to help there. This is kind of interesting as well. That, you know, Shinomiya was going to actually... Yuki was actually going to use like a special move or something, like a special ability to kind of deal with this and kind of stop everything. Oh god, I wish you could do that in game 2. Whatever. But yeah, we've got to fight these guys and finish them off once and for all. And then once we're done, we can move on to the try and find the next Eclipse. Only one of you will, actually, to be fair. That's kind of how it goes. Time to go, baby. So yeah, now we need to defeat these guys, and of course, yeah, basically you're stuck with Mitsuki and Yuki, and you're stuck with Mitsuki and Yuki, and you have to use... You can only pick one of the person to go with you. Yeah, these guys are a pain in the ass, actually. The fire guys will shoot these energy balls at you, which will cause problems with your eyes. So, and yeah, they like to run away as well, like the bitches. Yeah, I am getting frustrated with this one. Yeah, these guys are so fucking annoying because they move around all the time and just won't let you fucking hit them. Whilst at the same time, you know, they have attacks which can cause like blindness. So yeah, it's a real pain in the bum to deal with. And they also like to bum rush you, like they did as the monsters, the enemies did in the last Eclipse too. So yeah, it's kind of a pain in the arse. But hey, we got through it, and we've saved Mitsuki and Yuki. Time for us to move on. Hang on, now I think about it. No, I think there is only one more dungeon before we head to the final dungeon of the whole game. From what I remember. Sorry, from what I remember anyway. It might be a couple. We'll see. I'm struggling. Can't remember. It's been a while since I recorded this, to be fair. Get a room. Of course, Yuki has to be a little bit of a smartass. I kind of like Ryota's what Ryota said here, you know. I like what Ryota was saying there about, yeah, you bit of an asshole, aren't you? And of course, Yuki and Sora's relationship is still a you know, a complete mess. They're still not happy with each other. Still fight like cats and dogs. Yep, so we need to find a couple more. Oh yeah, and of course this is like a little... wow, they had the PC ready to go. But yeah, so I kind of like this little nod back to earlier on in the game when, you know, Yuuki needed assistance from Toa to basically work out where the final eclipse was in his debut. I think it was in chapter 3, I think, from what I remember. So yeah, it might be chapter 2 actually, but anyway. So of course they're gonna help. So where do we go next? So yeah, we got to head outside now and have June. Why didn't I remember his name? June uses pendant again to basically try and find out where the boy is now. So let's try and get this thing to work, eh? I don't think that's the right phrase, buddy. Isn't it grab the bull by the horns? But whatever. Turns out he's here, the little prick. God damn it. Here he is again. Fuck. A lot of it was taken away from me. It's sad. It's fun. Really, that was a bit of a change in perspective there. He's got balls. So what are you doing now, bitch? Seriously, what's going on with you? Okay, so yeah. June's pendulum is apparently cheating, so he's going to stop us from actually using it. Here's the thing about this. Like... he kind of stops us from using it, so that we can't track him down kind of immediately. So he stops us from being able to use it, but then we kind of work out a way to find him anyway, kind of immediately. So it's kind of pointless, him coming out of nowhere, just stopping us from using the pendulum. To be honest, you could have just left it alone, and then we could have just had a quick cutscene to go to the next location, rather than having to deal with this stuff. Not that there's a lot of it, but it's something that has to be done, you know. Okay, so apparently he's able to deactivate Horus. Oh god. Yeah, it's not really explained this. He just says, oh yeah, I did something to my phone. I added some code. I added some code to my phone since we couldn't find our way last time. So therefore... he's like, oh, okay, I'm not going to bother. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. because it was supposed to be in another dimension, so it shouldn't be able to use, you know, the tracking, you know, whatever it uses for tracking. It shouldn't be able to find stuff out anyway, but yeah, I think that's why they justify it a little bit by saying that the actual tracking itself is kind of shit, and so it's kind of gives you kind of a wide range to kind of deal with, so it's not very accurate. So basically, Toho comes up with the idea of basically we have to look at a place where the 3 circles overlap, and the only place is here. That place, right in the middle. This is where all the circles overlap. So yeah, Brick Alley. So that's where we need to head to next. So yeah, that's the place where we need to head to next. We need to head over to Brick Alley. And of course, basically, you get that right and Ko's wisdom increases. If you get it wrong, then it just tells you anyway, so it's no big deal. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, where we'll be heading to Brick Alley and hopefully finding the next Eclipse, so that we can find... I think we've got to find Asuka, Shiori, and Mr. Goro. So yeah, see you next time.